Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working on a full face of Chanel. If you're interested in seeing what I picked up, everything that I'm including in this video, then just keep watching. Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video. So today we'll be working on a full face of Chanel. I'm so excited. Now today's video and the entire shopping trip was really influenced by Rakuten. I had seen the new Chanel Deep Tan Bronze bronzer circulating, and I knew it was out there. I knew I wanted to try it, but once I saw it on her and just how beautiful it blended and all of that, I just decided to just go for it. But once I was at the Chanel boutique, I ended up picking up almost a full face, and so I wanted to share that with you today. During the video, if you like what you see, give me a like, make sure and subscribe, and head over to my Instagram and Twitter. That's where we have a lot of fun. I really love to connect with everybody on those platforms as well, so definitely go and do that. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're gonna be looking, like I said, at a full face of Chanel. I have the Chanel Ultra Latent Velvet Foundation. I have the new Chanel Bronzer. I have the loose powder, some lip stuff, mascara. There's a lot that I have, eyeshadow, and so we're going to be getting into the demo in just a second here. I did want to talk about my experience a little bit because every time that I've purchased from Chanel, it's always online, and it's nice, and you get it very beautifully packaged and all of that. I think it's great, but this time I did go into the only Chanel boutique in my area. I'm in Dallas, and it was such an amazing experience. Right now, I think because of all the restrictions that are happening, you do get to work with the consultant one-on-one. They're only letting one person at a time to the beauty counter area. It happened to be that day they had one of their regional makeup artists that was working that counter, and so I got a little bit of extra insight and some help in choosing what was right for me. So shout out to Chanel in the Dallas area. I think it was such a beautiful presentation inside of the boutique. Their attention to detail, their attention to customer service was just so nice, and I wanted to point that out because when it comes to luxury beauty, sometimes, you know, we kind of get the side eye because we're like, really, why would you pay that much? It's an experience, but then in addition to that, walking into the boutique, being able to look at all of the makeup and seeing what you like, what you don't, I think it's just a really overall good experience, and so I was really happy about that. I also made friends with the makeup artist, so she is a new subscriber of our channel, so thank you for that. But yeah, I just wanted to share what I got, give you my thoughts and a demo, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I do have almost a full face of Chanel makeup, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, I don't have a Chanel primer, and so the one that I like to use this primer that gives a little bit of hydration back to the skin is actually the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. I'm in the shade Medium Plus. Medium Plus is my shade. I've talked about this before. On days where I just do like Zoom meetings or whatnot, like I actually will only go in with this, and it gives me just a little bit of tint that I need for, like, you know, a few hours. You know, it doesn't give a lot of coverage, but it's fine. Now, if I'm going to do a full face though, I will use this as a primer. This is a very watery consistency. Let me see if I can show you. And what it has is like little beads full with tint. And so you just kind of crush the beads with the little kabuki brush that it comes with, and you just place it all over the skin. No real coverage there, a little bit of tint. I find that it's a good base for the rest of your face. So I just will go in with this. It's good for like days where you are just running errands and you don't really need a lot of coverage, or you just want a little something on your face. But like I said, like if you wanted any amount of coverage, it might take like several pumps to get some level of coverage. I would say like, you know, 4 to 6, maybe more pumps. But since I'm just using it to create a tacky base for my foundation, I am just using 2. Okay, now that the skin is tacky with the fresh tint, I'm gonna go in with my Chanel Ultra Latent Velvet. I am in the shade BR42, and I first heard of this through, I think, Hot and Flashy. She talks about this being her holy grail. I didn't know if it would be the right thing for me. At the time I lived in California, it was very dry. This is more of a mattifying foundation, but here in Dallas, it's summer, it's humid, and I think it's going to work very nicely. It does claim to be a very blurring, smooth effect foundation with a velvet matte finish, and I can tell you this stuff is gorgeous. So again, shade BR42, you have to really shake it very, very well. The way that I've learned, you know, it comes with this sort of packaging is I just pour a little bit. It's a little liquidy actually. I pour a little bit on my hand and I just go in with my finger. I've tried it with a brush. I've tried it with my fingers, with a sponge, and this is what I prefer best. So I go in with my fingers and then I will then go over it with a wet sponge. A little bit goes a long way in my opinion. I don't like heavy coverage, so I like to just use a very tiny bit. Yeah, but it instantly blurs out the pores. I have very large pores on my nose and this area here. This is very blurring, very smoothing, and I love it. I then go in with a wet or a damp sponge and I just press everything in. It gives it a really beautiful natural finish. Very blurring, very smoothing. I then take my damp sponge. I go into the rest that was left on my hand. Just kind of go into the neck a little bit. It's very light coverage because of the way I use it, but I have tried to build it up and it does build up nicely. I just don't prefer that level of coverage. I'll bring you in so you can see the face a little. See, it's very, very blurring. Super pretty in this area. Right there, I'm looking right there. I don't have a Chanel concealer. Let me know what your thoughts are on that concealer because I do want to pick it up. The one I'm using today is my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Self-Setting Concealer. I'm very excited because actually today I get to meet a subscriber. She's visiting from, you know, her home state and she called me. She's like, I'll be in Dallas. Can we meet up? So we're supposed to go to the cosmetics company store and just go shopping and then we'll probably do lunch. But I was just so excited she reached out. I mean, I'm really in this for community. So to meet other makeup lovers, to you know, strike up new friendships. That's what I'm in it for. Okay, next, what I'm so excited about, we're gonna go ahead and use the Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. This is in the new deeper shade, which is a 395 Soleil Tan Deep Bronze. And what I like to do, first of all, let me show you this. It's so pretty. I have used it a little bit, but I go in with the same kabuki brush that was included with my Chanel Fresh Tint. And this is the perfect brush to place the product. And just blend it out, actually. It does a really good job. So that's what I do. I just kind of go in there a little bit. It is a little bit deeper for me, so I like to go in light. But do you see how perfect this brush is for that? So I just kind of place the product everywhere that it should go. I have never used this product, so I don't know what the old formula was like. I'm not allergic to fractionated coconut or coconut oil or anything like that, so I haven't had any negative reactions, but I did want to point that out because some people do have a sensitivity to that product being in their makeup or skincare, so I wanted to point it out. But it's so pretty. It blends out so nicely. I have also used this product on top of loose powder after I've set my face if I forgot, and it still blends out seamlessly, so I did want to also mention that. Although this is just a little bit deeper and I do go in light with it, I don't believe that the shade, the other universal shade as they used to call it, would have worked for me, especially during the summer where I do tend to get a lot more tan. Look at how pretty that is. There's no way that that would have worked, I think. But this side is a little bit deeper, so I'm just pressing it in with my sponge. But look at how pretty that color is. So far, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, some people that used to use the old formula prefer that one. I just don't know the difference, but I love, love, love this new bronzer. Next, I'm going in with my Chanel Natural Loose Powder. This is in the shade 30, and it's a natural finish, but I like to actually, I've never used this this powder puff, but with this one I started using it and I really like it. Now this powder, I'm gonna tell you, especially during the summer, it is definitely a natural finish, but it is mattifying and it is blurring. It does not seep into the pores. Like, honestly, I had been sleeping on these products because they're so beautiful. My skin loves them. And my face, even in crazy like 80-90% humidity here in Dallas, my skin will stay put. Stay put. I might have to, like, 4 to 6 hours from now, touch up just a little bit on the nose only, but everything else will stay matte, will still stay put, and your face is so beautiful. I mean, like, this combined with that foundation, it is extremely, extremely blurring. I mean, I don't know if you see how this complexion looks. It's so pretty. I'm going to tell you that if you have normal skin, if you have combo to oily skin, combo normal skin, I think you'll absolutely love this powder. I will say that, like, a few weeks ago when it was rainy and cold and stuff here in Dallas, I felt like maybe it was a little too mattifying for me. So, and that's crazy because during the winter, I'm like normal combo skin, like I'm never dry. And so I did feel that in this area it was a little bit drying. So that's all I would say. Like, depending on your skin type, maybe watch a review on this foundation or this powder on dry skin before you decide to try it. For me, I found it to be extremely mattifying. However, with normal skin, combo, oily skin, as long as you hydrate well, prep it well, it should be just fine. Okay, I did not have a Chanel blush or highlighter, so I'm wearing my Pat McGrath new highlighter from the Divine Blush collection, and then I'm wearing Electric Bloom as a blush. But now we're gonna go into eyeshadow, and although I own several of the quads, the Chanel quads, I wanted something new. So what I ended up with that I had been kind of looking at for quite a while was one of their long wear powder eyeshadows. This is a single, and it is such a beautiful color. This is in the shade 928, don't know how you say it, Cure Brun. It's a brown shade, but it's so beautiful. I've used this on its own. I've used it topped with like a shimmer from like Adept or Alien, but it comes in like a velvet little pouch, so I love that. And again, the thing with luxury beauty, like, it's all about presentation, you know, like, it really does go a long way. But there's the shade there. So it's a pretty good size compact when you look at it. It's just a single eyeshadow. And here is the shade that I got. So it's from the holiday release, but it's in this, you know, it's got that chain detail embossed onto the shadow, which is really, really nice. They had 4 single shadows, I believe, that released, but this is the one that had piqued my interest the most, along with the yellow one. But once I saw the yellow one, the gold one in person, it just wasn't all that. I hardly ever use my applicators in this, but since it is a full Chanel video, I'll go ahead and use it. If I need to blend it out or fluff it out with a brush, I will. But I'll go ahead and use the applicator so that we can see what this one looks like. That's what it looks like there. And again, although I've used it, I just had not used this applicator. I don't have anything on my lids except my primer. And wow, it is such a beautiful shade. Do you guys see that? It's a one and done, but it's beautiful. You know who else I see do single eyeshadows all the time is Allison Chase. She's here on YouTube, so that's where I got the idea. I'm like, let me just go for one shade. You know, I have a ton of eyeshadow, but I've been wanting this one shade for quite some time. So I want to bring you in so that you guys can see what the shadow is doing and how I'm going to fix it. All right, so can you guys see how it's skipping there? Now it's skipping because I have aging hooded lids. And so the skin there is a little bit thinner. And I was swiping with the sponge applicator. So I got a really good base of what I want in that shadow. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my Refer number 14, and I'm just going to fluff it out and blend it here at the end, or I should say at the very top, just to get rid of those lines where it was skipping a little bit. And again, that's not the shadow's fault, not even the applicator's fault. I actually was very happy with the applicator. But it's just my lids. They're hooded, they're thinning because they're aging, and that's gonna happen. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Ooh, I love it. It made it smoky, but it's like the perfect taupey, dark taupey brown. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a great, great one and done shadow. You know, if you're feeling a little inspired, you can throw a little bit of a highlighter in your inner corner or a shimmer. You know, we have a lot of eyeshadow in our collection, but this is the perfect one and done shade. Like I could totally see traveling for work with this shade because it's very universal. I can smoke it out if we have like an evening event or something, but you can just throw it in there and you're good to go. This is so, so pretty. I mean, look at those eyes. I really, really like this. Okay, next is lips. I'm really excited. I'm going to use one of my all-time favorite lip liners, which is the Chanel 162. This is in the shade Nude Brun. You guys can see how tiny it is. I have used this up. That says a lot because I have a lot of nude lip liners and a lot of nude lipsticks, but this is one of my favorite formulas. It goes nowhere. Like once it's on, it doesn't smudge. Mask proof, transfer resistant, lasts all day long. I mean, it's the best. So I will just outline my lips. Look at how perfect that nude is. It's just perfect. Now I do have two Rouge Coco Flash. I looked at the new shades and I just wasn't too crazy about them. So the two shades that I picked up are 116 Easy and 56 Moment. And they were just ones that I swiped and were just beautiful everyday shades for me. Now, if you've never tried a Rouge Coco Flash, this is in the same formula as what I would compare to the Pat McGrath Divinyl formula. It's like a lip balm with a tint. This is 116 Easy. Look at how beautiful that is. It's like a pinky nude, but it's very sheer. I love it for every day, very hydrating. That's 116 Easy. And then I have 56 Moment. Now these two shades are just shades that will work really nicely if you love the nudes like I do. Look how pretty that is. I think for today's look, I'm going to go ahead and go in with 116 Easy. If I feel like I need a little bit more of a color, then I'll just top it with Moment. That is gorgeous. See that? So, so pretty. You know what? Just because, let's go ahead and top it with Moment. Make it a little more chocolate, and there we go. If I had to compare this to the Pat McGrath formula, they are neck and neck, you guys, neck and neck. You know, then we have Chantecaille, the Lip Chic formula. I would say the Pat McGrath is still the winner, but just by a tiny little bit. I really, really do like this formula here in the Rouge Coco Flash. Like I said, the new colors just didn't really call my attention, but these definitely did. These are everyday colors for me. Okay, so what I think I'll do next is I'll apply some mascara to the lower lash line. I have lash extensions, so I'm not going to use it there, but I did get some samples of the Chanel Lash Primer, Le Volume de Chanel Mascara in Noir, so I'll go ahead and do the bottom lashes. That's what the brush looks like for the primer. Okay, so that's done. I will say that I've used the Chanel mascara in the past and I like it, but with this primer, it made my lashes super, super long, which I guess is what a primer is supposed to do. I've just never been too impressed with primers on your lashes, but this one worked really well. Okay, what I think I'm going to do next is I'm going to provide swatch comparisons of the new Chanel Tan Deep Bronzer to other cream bronzers in my collection, just to give you a little bit of comparison. I know that it's been done quite a bit from what I've seen on YouTube, but you know, we don't all own the same cream bronzers, so I thought I would do that for you. Okay, so I have 6 other bronzers here that I wanted to compare for you. I have Salt New York, I have the Fenty Stick, I have Westman Atelier, another Fenty bronzer in cream formula. I have my Huda Beauty Tantour, which I absolutely love. And then lastly, I have my Uoma Beauty double-ended stick. And this one also has a bronzer. It's the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the swatches, let you guys see what the differences are. So the first one that we see there is the Chanel Tan Deep. The next one that I have is the Tantour, the Huda Beauty Tantour in medium. Didn't realize that Tantour was that deep. The next one I have is Salt New York. This is in Cream Tint Pro Medium. There you go. This one's a really beautiful formula also. The next one is the shade Macchiato. This is the Fenty Cream Bronze. That one's really light, but somehow it does work when I use it. I do like it. The next one I have is Westman Atelier. This is in the shade Biscuit, and there it is. It's the last one. Again, very close to the Fenty, but it does work when I actually use it. It's really, really pretty. The next one I have is a Fenty Matchsticks. This one is in Mocha. And then the last contour stick or cream bronzer stick that I have is Woma Beauty. This one's in Honey Honey. That's what it looks like there. And there is the swatch. So as you can see, even though the Chanel claims that it is in a deeper tan, deep bronze shade, I have others from other brands that claim to be in the medium space of shades, and they're still a lot deeper than the Chanel. Okay, if I had to talk about the formula, I would say that the Chanel is very unique. As you saw here, I have cream bronzers. I have the stick cream bronzers. The Tantour probably comes the closest, like in terms of like the moussey consistency, but Chanel is just a little bit more softer. It just melds into the skin so nicely. They all blend very well. I will say that I'm looking at all my bronzers. I'm happy with the way that all of them perform, but this one is the more moussey of them all, and it just blends in so seamlessly and beautiful. But I really can't complain about the rest. Just wanted to show you how this shade compares to the rest, and as you can see, even with medium shades with other brands, this one's still a lot lighter. Okay guys, so there we go. That is a full face of Chanel, almost a full face, but I was so excited about the products that I picked up that I wanted to share them with you. Obviously, there would be a little bit of a feature on the bronzers since that's the newest of the products out there, but in general, like I'm really, really happy with everything. I will leave a pinned comment down below on the mascara because I am going out now. It is hot and humid. I want to see if it transfers because that's an issue I have with a lot of mascaras, so I'll update you on that. But aside from that, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this full face demo of Chanel. Again, you see a lot of eyeshadow on my channel. I love colorful eyeshadow, but I really love luxury too. And so I thought that this video would be something that you would all be interested in. So final thoughts on everything. I loved everything. I mean, the standouts to me right now, I honestly can't choose. I feel like the foundation is incredible. The powder is amazing. The bronzer is now one of my favorites. This eyeshadow, like, I love it so much. I'm going to tell you, sometimes I do pop a little bit of shimmer on top because that's just me. But just in general, this is the most beautiful color. It's just a one and done, and I absolutely love it. I think I saw Allison show like a blue single Chanel eyeshadow, so maybe I'm on the hunt for that next. The lip products I know that I love because I've used them for quite some time. So again, I mean, not a dud. I'm so happy with all the products that I picked up. Like I mentioned in my intro, if you ever get an opportunity to go into a Chanel boutique, I think that you'll really enjoy that experience. So I also recommend that. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit notification bell to all, and I'll see you over on my Instagram. And I'll see you later. Bye.